Hello and thank you for watching this video. This video is going to be a quick demonstration of using Power Query in Excel to query two different spreadsheets and then merge the data together, and then using a chart to look at the relationship between the data in the two different spreadsheets. So for this demonstration I've downloaded two spreadsheets. One is the Freedom Index from the Fraser Institute, and the other spreadsheet is the per capita GDP from the World Bank. So I'm going to go to Power Query, from File, Excel, select Freedom Index first. Then it's Table 2, Figure 1. Going to edit the query. When I downloaded the spreadsheet, I went through and put in the country code, so that because it will be useful later on when we're linking the data to two spreadsheets. So the first thing we're going to do here is remove this empty row here. So remove one row. Then if we go to the bottom, you can see that there's two rows here, average and median, that we don't need. So if we go to remove bottom rows, we can remove two, and then if we go back to the top, we can use this row as the headers. And now we just want to choose which columns we want to keep. So I'm going to keep the country name, the Freedom Index, and the country code. I'm going to remove other columns. So now we have the data that we want, except that this has come through as a data type text, but we're going to change to decimal number. So now I'm just going to change the name of the query to Freedom Index, then close and load Freedom Index. Now we need the GDP data, so the data sheet, edit, so here I'm going to remove the top two rows. So two rows. Then I'm going to use this first row as the headers. Then just choose the columns that we're going to need. So country name, country code, and the date for the Freedom Index is for 2008. So I'm going to change this data type. It's text also, but we need decimal number. I'm going to rename this column GDP 2008. Then I'm going to rename the query to GDP 2008. as GDP. So now if we go to Power Query, we can merge our queries on country code. So if we look at the query, we have GDP and our freedom index here. So we don't need the country name twice. We don't need the country code. I'm just going to rename this back to freedom index. I'm going to rename the query freedom and GDP. So we can close and load. Now we can do a chart so that we can see what the relationship looks like. So we go to Insert, Scatter, then select Data to add a series. So it'll be freedom and GDP. Select the X, which will be the freedom index. And the GDP will be the Y. So it'll be C2 through to C22. So that's our chart there. If we go to Layout, we can insert a trend line. So it has freedom increases, GDP increases. So that's how you use Power Query in Excel to bring together data without having to use VLOOKUP and then to do a quick chart. So thank you for watching.